field, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me.
Coach, thank you. We have playoff football and bone-chilling playoff football at that in the city of brotherly love at Lincoln Financial Field. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
Tens of Mike. Recon, 132 fighter. 5.
They'll run on first down. It's Bird. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Yeah. Now. Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Check. 61, matchbox lights. Watch twins. Hey.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
On first down, it's Bird. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Set up. 8, read. Check 53. You ain't doing nothing today. Go.
And they give this time to the tailback. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll try the left side. Bird. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Look at me. Zipper.
On second down, it's Bird. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, Is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal.
Go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point safely through. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Spinning past him.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Out. Check the grip. 26. Undercrush. Hey, Lou. Sit. Watch it. Stand.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line. A scrimmage, and that's it.
Anything moves, we get it.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2 times. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Check safety. Check your hot read. Man 5-7. Check 43. Flag. Fresno. Hey. Lion.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Bang. 5-7. Bang. They force kill.
Throwing his Wentz. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 73 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Taking it about the 16. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Come on, set. 30 base. You better be afraid of me. Greystone, trap 5.
They'll run on 1st down. Bird, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
Yep. Motion.
On 2nd down now. It's Bird, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Protein spill. Hey, 2. Oh! Check pass.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
5-9.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Black. Give him 3 yards there on the 1st down pickup. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down. On first down, Wentz flushed out right. He'll try and run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Hey, 4 down. Check 37. Two jet. Set.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go, back. 120! Switch. Other side, solid. Let's find 7. 6 is coming. Go! Check. Mike 96. Night, sweetheart.
Wentz now on first down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
We got to seal. Here we go. Now! Danny. Line the mic. Hey.
Back to throw. Slater. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crack. Slam. Check 99.
Now a give right side. Bird. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
First down, Saints.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Go! Smooth!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
He wasn't ready!
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
And the Saints, first down.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Tens of Mike. Look at me. Zipper.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now a give right side. Bird. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here.
Go. I got motion, man. Me. I got this. Check. Go. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Come on. 53's the mic. Yep. 53's the mic.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Point after up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Michael Thomas, 76 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and it makes the score 21-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Try to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Recon, 132 fighter. Hatch it. Hatch it. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Now.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll try the left side. It's Bird. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Kill, kill, kill. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bird. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
218, chop it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Eagles' 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down.
Check, 53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike.
They'll try the left side. Bird. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down.
Switch. 80 weapons. No. Hey!
They'll try and run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Eagles take over first and 10
Let's go!
at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Parker.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. He's checking. Crash. 57. Mike, 57. Watch the screen. Great. Check.
Hey, red 5-2 on here.
Wentz going to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Exit.
On third and long, it's Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He's going to air one out, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Eagles get a score closer. The extra point up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half. but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mike, you didn't want this.
Here we go on 4th down. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
And the Saints, 1st down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Slater. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Nate Gary. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Wentz now to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. 22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers. Now!
On 1st down, 3rd. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Here we go, set, 18, Gator. 53, watch the curve. Get it.
From the gun, Slater. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Go!
Now a handoff here to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
You ain't going nowhere. Check 52. Quick dance. Come. 6, get 5.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. On 4th down, Slater. And no, it's incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. So they've converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Let's find 2.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Eluding the pressure right. Now and that's caught inside the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's going to let it fly. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Man 5-7. Hey, Haywood.
One final try now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA.